Welcome to Empower You Crown Up, where we believe in empowering minds to live empowered lives. Thank you for taking the time out to listen to Empower You Crown Up podcast today, where we're going to be talking about sleep, your environment, and your behavior. So, as we get ready to prepare to get into it, if you haven't already started following me on all social media platforms, make sure you do that. That is Empower, the letter U underscore crown up, LinkedIn, you name it. I got it. So make sure you follow me on there so that way you can stay up to date with everything that we have going on. We have some big things going on. Again, Empower You Crown Up believes in empowering minds to live empowered lives. So when you think about yourself and living a life, we love to dive deep into the mental, the physical, and spiritual because in order to take care of yourself, you got to think about yourself in a whole aspect. It's just not one piece of yourself. And one thing about myself is I love to help, as I am doing a shift when it comes to life coaching, but being able to help our mompreneurs who are at the crossroads in their relationships to make the decision while still being able to prioritize their mental health. Because the reality of it is life, as they say, life be life and life goes on. Things continue to happen, continue to go on, and you're at the crossroad. You're trying to figure out what do I do next? And it's a huge decision. This is something huge. Whether it's something that's happened, whether you told yourself, I'm done with this relationship, I don't want to be in here anymore, or whatever it is, or you realize you are just not receiving what you have put in. And it's one thing to know it, but there's another thing to take action. And so, as a life coach, that's where I come in, is to help women to be able to make that decision. We look at all the facts, look at everything, we do our homework assignments, and it really just helps them to make the decision that they need to make. And so, it's life transforming because a lot of times it helps women to realize, and that's where the mental health aspect comes in. As a licensed mental health therapist, it's helping people realize a lot of times we stay in relationships longer, or we stay connected to things because of those trauma bonds. And so we have to realize, what is that trauma bond? Are we putting a band-aid on that emotional scar? What is that? Okay, so you know me, I am an author. I have two books. One for our teen girls, Stop the Drama, Stop Comparing, and Focus on You, which is a solid foundation to help get our teen girls right for the real world. Our next book is called Listen Up, and that is for our young adults, boys and girls, getting them ready for the real world. So whether they're in college, whether they're getting ready to graduate from high school, just helping them to really have advice and have a foundation of what to do. Because there were so many things growing up I wish someone would have told me. I didn't know until I got out here into the real world. And so that is what that book is. The book with my wonderful, amazing collaborators. We came together, put the book together, giving advice, let life learn lessons. And so the idea is to help our young adults to have life learned lessons, to help them go to the next level, have a solid foundation, because everybody don't have family or friends or someone that they can talk to. And so just really having that based on people who have actually experienced life. Tremendous. Okay. Tremendous. And I also want you guys to stay tuned. I have another book that will be coming out 2024 this year. Stay tuned. It's a juicy bundle for relationships. Just want you guys to really grab that book, spread it to any woman that you know, use it for yourself, because when I tell you life changing, it's going to be life changing. So if you would like to download a copy of my free ebook, you can. It's 7 mistakes that women make when they are at the crossroads. And this is amazing because it helps you to kind of quiet the noise and realize, okay, what really matters the most. Like I tell women all the time, at the end of the day, you're the one who has to deal with your emotions, you're the one who has to deal with that person and make lifelong decisions with that person. So at the end of the day, the choice is between you two, not everybody else, right? As they say, everybody else. I'm also a keynote speaker, international. I was awarded the opportunity to speak in Italy on a panelist as a as a panelist, and that was amazing. I've also spoken at events such as Ignite the Profits, Author All Star, so many other opportunities, sisterhood foundations, just so many. And it's been amazing to see the life changing aspects of women and just meeting them. They are living life and they are doing the thing and they're multitasking with their children, which gives you even more confidence to do your business with your children. Like they say, if you're scared, do it scared. Just, and I have the utmost respect for people who are balancing their businesses with their children because it's not easy. There's many days you feel like just throwing in the towels and saying, you know what, I'm done. I'm tired. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had to restart this recording so many times. The children come in, they talking. And that's the beauty of when you have drive. And so I was reading this post online that talked about no one will ever understand when a person who wakes up and has a drive for success. Like, can't nobody stop you when you want to be successful so bad. And that's why, like, 2023, my prayer was, God, put me in circles, connect me with other people who want to exceed, who want to take it to the next level. And when I tell you 2024 has been mind blowing, there's been so many challenges that I have faced. But when I tell you the quality of connection ever life changing. And when I tell you that I know that this is my record breaking year, I know it is. And it can be that for you too. But it starts with developing your mindset. So before we get into an ad or a commercial that you would like to play during my podcast, send me a message. Or if you would also like for me to host your retreats for your business, send me an email to imw@focusyoursuccess.com. Again, that is imw@focusyoursuccess.com. So I as in igloo, M as in Mary, W as in washer, at focusyoursuccess.com. Send me an email, title it details, and you can book a call with me. My assistant will discuss your next steps as far as an ad, a commercial, or me planning your retreat. So as you guys know, I have positivity mental health boxes. They are positivity boxes that are for women and my mompreneurs. They're to help you to focus on yourself, have positive mindset. As we know, it's life be lifing, so it's hard out here. And a lot of times we're always doing for our children, doing for your spouse, doing for everyone, doing for your family. And you forget day in and day out. And so this positivity box is to help remind you that you are unique, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made whole, and that you got to slow down and focus on yourself. And so this box is amazing, and they will launch on April the 1st. So make sure you stay tuned, join the wait list. You can find out about that on all my social media platforms and everything. And also Mother's Day is around the corner, so it's a perfect gift for your mother as well. Okay. And we also have some amazing self-care retreats that are going to be coming this year. We have this summer in July. We have a self-care retreat. We have September, which will be Costa Rica. We have November. We're going to be in Virginia hosting a self-care retreat. And we also have, as we get ready to go into the new year, for Ghana. So I'm excited about that. Just like continues to open up. So I'm just so blessed. I really am. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Even though you have so many setbacks in your life, how do you focus on the positive? And one way is you have to have a conscious, intentional mindset that no matter what happens, I'm going to see the positive, or I'm going to remove myself from this environment and I'm going to focus on the positive, or put myself in an environment where I can thrive. So not having enough sleep. How do you know you don't have enough sleep? Off. You are not able to concentrate. Of you're not getting enough sleep. You have vision problems. Your appetite is increasing, your motor skills are off. Okay. Like, I know some people for carpet or anything that's closed, whatever's in the way, but if your motor skills are off, or if you're not getting enough sleep. And so we have to find a way to get more sleep. What would that look like? So when we have children, or you might be taking care, you might be a caregiver taking care of a loved one. It's hard, it's stressful way to do it for our health, because if we go down, who's going to take care of us? Right. And so we have to figure out how to get more sleep. So whether it's getting in the bed, just get in the bed earlier, putting the kids to bed 30 minutes earlier, doing things to pre-plan out the day to decrease that stress, so you can relax at night. Whatever that is having a solid routine for yourself. Okay. So you might ask me, okay, what's the action step? I'm big on action step. What do we do next? What's the solution here? Okay. So like we just said, put your kids to bed earlier. You can drink chamomile tea 30 minutes before you go to bed. Some people love to have their melatonin, but after a while, they kind of starts to wear off, or you might start to see that you wake up, making sure your mattress is good, making sure the room temperature is good, and also your environment that you sleep in is important. If you have clutter in your environment, you cannot sleep like that. If your whole home environment is a mess, you cannot think clearly. You can't do it. Is a hot mess. Okay. So you have to declutter your area. You have to make sure your room is a place of peace, a place. If you're a person that you might find yourself getting hungry a lot, but something that's beneficial to you. Making sure that you are awake and that you are doing the things that you need to do for yourself. So when I say hours, that you get the things done that you need to get done, while from the aspect of once you lay down, if you're awake for more than 30 minutes, you need to just go ahead and get up. That's time you could be getting something else as it is, or some light yoga or something like that, not something too strenuous. Because how many of us have ever worked out at nighttime and then you find yourself, I can't go to sleep, right? So also making sure that if you're a person who's a warrior, who constantly replays the situations in your mind over and over and over, making sure that you go seek help. There's somebody out here that can help you. Talking to someone neutral, talking to someone can help you just become empowered. That's one thing I love about counseling, mental health therapy, is that we don't start seeing like, wow, I should do this differently, or I should do that differently. And so it starts with you. Okay. So remember, everybody is getting enough or the proper amount of sleep. And so it's important for you to make sure that you do that. You might have a season where you're not getting much sleep, but you know that at some point your body is going to catch up to you. So make sure that you are getting the sleep that you need. So when we talk about your environment and your behavior, it's important to know that if your environment is not right, like we already talked about, you can't think straight, but also that can be an environment that causes anxiety or stress or worry and things of that nature. So when I think about an environment that causes that, for example, my educators, the classroom it causes a lot of stress because there's so much proactive on, but some of the things is so much. Or when you think you're ahead, then you have to do all these other things that you realize, okay, I'm not ahead, nowhere near like I thought I was, right? So when you think about your environment, I want you to think about what can you do to make your environment more conducive to you. Make your environment a place of peace. Make your environment a place of having more of those positive aspects. Okay. So it starts with your mindset, tapping into your subconscious mind, but also how you see things. So if a glass is filled halfway with water, do you see it as half full or half empty? And so the way that you see things in life, your perspective on life, shapes everything that you do. It shapes whether you do things with a smile or with a frown. And so when you think about statements of criticism, it determines how you receive that. So if you're in a mindset of everybody's out to get you, then when someone says something to you, you're not going to take that in a positive mind frame. You're going to take that from, oh, here we go again, right? When really it should be, okay, you know what? Let me, look at this. Maybe there's an area where I can change. Or, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Or not dwelling on it, being able to move forward is important. Okay, so we have to understand the importance of reprogramming our subconscious mind in order to take us to the next level. So, how do we do that? Well, it's hard for many, and it's even mouth travels way faster than positive word of mouth. It's always been like that, right? Even on social media, something bad happened, everybody and their mama know about it, right? Something good happened, oh no, I ain't heard that, right? And so it's also harder for people who have been in abusive, alcoholic relationships, or just dealing with a lot of mental or physical abuse because they're monitoring the next negative thing, or they're ready for the next thing that's really tapping into that subconscious mind. You have to go the extra mile to say, okay, this is not the norm. I will not allow this. I will not accept this. Of course, it takes other things such as inner work, inner healing, but it helps you to understand that we have to reprogram the brain to understand life experiences and being able to move past it, to know that that was the then, but now I don't have to accept that. Now I have a mindset for positivity. And I want to be that person who thinks positively. And we have to remember that it's internal, it starts internally. Okay. It starts with our psychology, our physiology, and understanding that how I talk to myself is so important. Okay. Like it's so important, man. It's just so important. And so for you who are listening today, you might say, okay, where do I start? Well, it starts with you being able to look at yourself, evaluating, being consciously aware of your thoughts on money, your relationships with your family, your partner, your colleagues, you think about you. Okay. Action steps. Well, it starts with your belief, the belief that you have in yourself internally. It starts with the law of attraction, changing your circle, changing your mindset. It starts with, again, how you think about yourself, what you decide to listen to and not listen to. You have a choice. And so knowing that, that means you can listen to things that are uplifting. You don't have to listen to things that are draining. You don't have to be on that phone call that's talking about how everybody this and every better. Then you got to limit that. Okay. Limit that. And then you have to think about the how and the why to the positivity. So, meaning that you have to take responsibility for your environment, your behavior, and yourself. And once you take responsibility, knowing that to me, and I teach people how to talk to me, how to you are getting your environment decluttered, because you cannot think straight if your environment is a hot mess. And make sure that you're internally, that you were taking the steps that you need to get to the next level. Because, like I said, this is my record breaking year, and I want this to be your record breaking year as well. So remember, make it with me on all social media platforms, Empower You Crown Up, and make sure that you continue to empower the lives of others. If you love to be a guest on my show, make sure you click the link to make sure that you can be a guest on my show and spread positivity, because this is where we believe in empowering minds to live empowered lives. Hey, moms, educators, and entrepreneurs, are you ready to feel empowered? I am Brittany Petty, and I'm the founder of Empower You Crown Up, where we believe in empowering minds to live empowered lives. We've created mental health positivity boxes that are geared towards your self-care journey. One thing that sets me apart, outside of being a mom of four, international keynote speaker, and podcaster, is that I'm also a licensed professional counselor. And I'm constantly in the trenches, working inside of the community worldwide to assess your mental health and your self-care needs. So make sure that you join the thousands of women who are moms, educators, and entrepreneurs who are taking a vow to prioritize their mental health today. And grab yourself a mental health, positivity, self-care box to start prioritizing you. Go to focusyoursuccess.com and grab your mental health, positivity, self-care box and take action on prioritizing you this day forward, because you deserve to take care of you and to feel empowered. You deserve it.